Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel 24/7 Raumdeuter. I'm Raumdeuter and today we're gonna start an adventure. We are going to play Football Manager 18, a brand new save with UD Las Palmas. UD is Unión Deportiva and Las Palmas obviously is a club that is now in its third season in La Liga, in the highest Spanish division. It has been founded in the year 1949 and is located on an interesting place because, as you can see in the bottom right corner, Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. We are going to play on Gran Canaria, on the Canary Islands, and of course they are far away from Spanish mainland. Around 2050 kilometers away from the closest port on the European continent, I think, and only 200 kilometers away from the African coast, which is I think Morocco is there, or the Western Sahara. I'm not sure which country or government claims to occupy the coast there, the African coast. Yeah, as I told you before, the club has been promoted back to La Liga in the year 2015 and is now playing the third season back up there. The last two seasons went fairly okay, the 11th place in the first season back and then 14th place in the last season. And we are of course trying to stay up in La Liga. It's going to be quite a battle because we lost some important players in the summer. We lost Kevin Prince Boateng, who is the half-brother of Jerome Boateng, the really good defender of Bayern Munich. He went on a free transfer to Frankfurt, Kevin Prince Boateng, and he was an important player for us. I think he scored 10 goals from midfield or an offensive midfield position. To lose him on a free transfer is not ideal. Then we also lost Roque Mesa, who went to Swansea for 12 million euros. He might be the record transfer, the highest transfer. You know what I mean. Can I see that somewhere? Transfers, records. No, you can only see club history, records, transfers, highest paid fee. I cannot see that. Okay, but I think Roque Mesa might be the one that brought the most money to the club. Then we also loaned Sergio Araujo, an Argentinian striker, out to AEK Athens in Greece, who has been there for a season or half a season before on loan, and he loves their supporters and wants to secure the place in a starting 11 of a team, so he's gonna be there again. And to make up for those losses, we got some new arrivals here, mostly free transfers and loans. I think we actually didn't spend any money on transfers because I guess the club is not in the best financial situation. If you look at here, we are not in debt, but we are slightly over our wage budget because I renewed some contracts and I didn't want to lose more players on free transfers if we can avoid it. So I might as well show you the squad, or let's just go to the tactics screen, because here we got our first new arrival, a goalkeeper, Leandro Ciccisola, Argentinian goalkeeper, who came in on a free transfer from Spezia Calcio in Italy, from the Serie B, who he played every game for the last 3 seasons. He's a fairly decent goalkeeper, I have to say. It's not too bad. To get him on a free transfer is quite a good business, quite a good piece of business. Then we also got, I think he's injured at the moment, yes he is, Alberto Aquilani, 33-year-old Italian, former international former player of Roma, Liverpool, Juventus, Milan, Fiorentina. Came in on a free transfer from Pescara and was out on loan at Sassuolo last season. Didn't even play that many games, but yeah, he's out injured for at least 9 days, up to 3 weeks. We're not gonna see him today. Of course, midfield player, central midfielder. He's not the fastest anymore because he's kind of old. Then Jimo Navarro came on a free transfer as well. Fullback, can play on the right side, can even play on the left side. I'm training him to play on the left side because we don't have a backup for our left fullback. And he can play in central defense as well. He looks fairly decent, although his training has not been that great lately. He came in from Almeria, from the second division in Spain, La Segunda División. Yeah, I'm happy to have him here. He's gonna play a few games for us. And then our star transfer, our big signing, Loic Remy, the former French international who's played for Chelsea in the Premier League, for Crystal Palace, Queen's Park Rangers, and of course Marseille in Liga and Nice. A lot of experience in this guy. I'm expecting him to score some goals for us, because that's one thing we are really lacking. We are lacking a goal scorer, so I hope he can fill that role. And then we got a few loans here. Hernan Toledo, let me have a look at him. Hernan Toledo, where are you? He's on the bench, a winger. The game says he's on loan from Fiorentina, but that's not true. He's actually on loan from a second division club in Uruguay. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I guess the team is not in the game, so maybe it's just a database error. But he's definitely not a player of Fiorentina. They definitely did not buy him. He is a player of the Uruguayan club, and he's here on loan, as well as Jonathan Calleri, an Argentinian player. And here it says he is contracted to us, and his agent owns 80% of his market value. I'm not sure, but actually that's not true either. He's on loan from the same second division club in Uruguay. Those transfers, they are not true. He's never been transferred to West Ham. They did not pay money for him, as far as I know. They just loaned him out. So I'm not sure what's going on here with the game, but it doesn't really matter for us, because we cannot renew his contract and it's going to be up in the summer. I can offer him, but you cannot make a contract offer to this player. The percentage of this player is owned by an agent, so we will have to buy him out of the agents. And I'm not sure if we can. We don't have a lot of money. I'm not sure if I told you before. Then we also secured the loan of Sergi Samper from Barça. A really exciting player, deep-lying playmaker. Good passing, good first touch, good vision, good technique, good composure. He has been on loan at Granada last season and really impressed there, so I hope he can make an impact here, but of course injured. He's not gonna play on the first day of the season. It's not too bad, his injury though, so I hope he can come back soon. And our last important loanee who is here is... Where is he? Where is he? Vitolo, the Gran Canaria native. I think he is born on Gran Canaria. Yes, place of birth is Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. He is actually born here. He moved from Sevilla to Atletico for 37.5 million euros, but he cannot play there due to the transfer ban that the Atletico is under at the moment. So they loaned him out to us for half a season. It's good to have him here. Experienced player, Spanish international. he's gonna play a lot of games for us in the time that he's here, and I hope he can score goals and create something up front. Then we also have a few other loanees here. Alen Alilovic, the former Bartha Academy player, and he's on loan from Hamburg for the second season now. It's not that bad either. Really good dribbling and flair, good technique, good first touch. I'm sure he can play a few games for us. And then Oussama Tanan, who is here on loan from Saint-Étienne, the Liga club in France. He is currently injured with a broken foot, so I think I didn't even register him for this season. No, I did not. We are trying to get a replacement for him, another loanee maybe, or I have to promote someone from the second team, from our B team, but we don't have many exciting prospects at the team, so I would rather try to get someone in on loan who can play his position. So our team, I'm not going to tell you everybody, I'm not going to show you everyone in the team, just gradually introduce them to you. I'm just going to show you who we are going to play today. It's Chichisola in goal, then Dani Castellano on left back as a complete wing back, then Bigas and David Garcia. And centre back, David Garcia is a 35-year-old Las Palmas legend. Played 411 games for us already. He's been here for almost his entire career. And I just renewed his contract for 2 more years. He is still a decent centre back. Pretty good mental stats, really good mental stats actually. Physicals are lacking, of course, because he's really getting on. 11 pace, 11 acceleration. Its jumping reach is also only 11, but tackling is still okay. And he's just a really good leader. His leadership is 18, teamwork is 18. He's an important captain for us, and they just want to keep him around. He doesn't have to play that many games, but our exciting prospect for centre back, Mauricio Lemos, and 21 Uruguayan with a lot of potential, and he's already a better player, but he was out with an injury recently, so I don't want to force him back that fast, so that's why David Garcia is going to play. On right back, Michel, a Brazilian, good all-round right back. He's really good all-round. He doesn't have any weaknesses, so that's why I'm going to use him as a complete wing back. He is here on his second season. I also renewed his contract because it would have been up on the summer, and didn't want to lose him and not free transfer at all. He's one of our best players. In midfield, we're gonna play with defensive midfielder Hernan, who already played 100 games for the club. And next to him, we're gonna play a segundo volante on attack, Vincente. Why is he gonna play a segundo volante role? Because he is our player with the best of the ball rating and decent positioning. His work rate is pretty good, stamina is good. He's good all around, defensively and offensively, so I want him to be someone who is gonna be up the pitch, down the pitch, everywhere. But we don't want to use him as a box-to-box midfielder because I want him to come deeper when necessary. I don't want to create the big hole in front of defense, so he's gonna sit a little bit deeper and then start his runs from here. Then we're gonna have a front three behind the striker. This is Jonathan Vieira, who is also a Gran Canaria native. He is born on Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. He came through our own youth team. Had some time out in Valencia, Rayo Vallecano, even in Belgium, but then he came back here. And he now is maybe our best player that's not a loanee. He probably is, yes. He's really, really good offensively. Dribbling, flair, technique, all of that is really important, and finishing is fairly decent, so I'm going to use him as an inverted wingback on attack, and I'm hoping that he can score goals for us. Then in the middle, we're gonna play Tana. He's not that good, but we're gonna use him as an attacking midfielder on support. His positioning is poor, but yeah, I'm not expecting him to work a lot defensively. He's not an exciting player, but the best we have at the moment. On the right hand side we're gonna play Vitolo as an inside forward on support. He's not the fastest player in the world, but yeah, we talked about him already. He's good, he's a good man. Up front, Loic Remy as a deep lying forward and support. His best asset is penalty taking, so he's gonna bang in the penalties for us, I hope. And he's gonna be the link-up player, so in the transitions, when we bring the ball up, he's gonna try to keep a hold of the ball and then play out the passes to the wings or back to Tana. Yeah, that's what we're gonna try to do. So this 4-2-3-1 with a deep 2 in front of the defense with a standard metallic flexible shape. We're gonna try to play the ball out of defense, work the ball into the box and whip in the crosses, push higher up and use the offside trap, as well as preventing their short goalkeeper distribution. I've not tried this tactics before, so only in pre-season with this team here, and the pre-season, if you look at here, didn't go too well actually. It wasn't disappointing, to be honest, because we played a lot of our weaker players as well in those games, but I'm not sure about losing to Vienna, to those teams from Vienna in Austria. I'm pretty sure we should have won those games more convincingly, or we should have at least won them at all. We lost one of those games. But then we played a testimonial for David Garcia, our captain, and it was a really good game from us against Juventus, who of course are a really strong team. And we had more shots on target, more chances than them, but we could only score from the penalty spot, and they even had this player sent off. They just had a lot better players and were more clinical with finishing, so that's why they won. But I was fairly happy with the way we played here. So what are our season expectations gonna be? The club, this is my profile. I'm a German manager, that's why I sound like I cannot speak English fluently, which I cannot. I actually don't live in Germany. What did I want to say? Yes, the season expectations. If we go to Liga Santander, La Liga, the season preview. The media expects us to be at the 14th position, and we are gonna try to avoid the relegation battle as much as we can. It's gonna be hard because we are one of the weaker teams in the division with a small transfer budget. No transfer budget, to be honest. In this summer we didn't spend a penny, and small wage budget, so it's gonna be tough. But I'm sure we can do something here. So on the bench for today we're gonna have Aitami, an experienced 31-year-old center back, our new right back Jimo Navarro, who is gonna be the backup for left and right back positions, Fabio, a 19-year-old prospect. I'm not that sure if we even want to call him prospect, because he's really not that good. His tackling, positioning is decent, decisions decent, physicals not that good, no strength whatsoever, and technicals also not awesome. But we gotta make do with what we have. And then we have Javi Castellano. He is the twin brother of our left back Dani Castellano. Javi Castellano, his contract is gonna be up in the summer next year, and he doesn't wanna extend it, so he's gonna leave. But until then, he might be a good defensive midfielder. If you look at his stats here, the mentals are fairly good, tackling is good, stamina is good. So I'm not too disappointed with him. Momo, 35-year-old, is gonna play Gonna be the backup for attacking midfielder position for us. His technique is good. He actually looks like a decent player when you look at his mentals and technicals, but his physicals, of course, he's 35 years old. Not that impressive. He has been here for a few years now. Yeah. His contract is gonna be up. I even tried to get rid of him, but it's gonna be hard. Then Alen Alilovic and Hernan Toledo for the wings, and Jonathan Cayeri is the backup striker. Yeah, let's get into it now. We are gonna play at home against Betis, Sevilla, Real Betis, Sevilla. Not sure who's the favorite for the match. We're gonna find out soon. We are actually gonna play the opening game of the season, I think. So, oh yeah, we are. Actually, we're gonna play at the same time as Leganés against Sevilla, so that's kind of interesting. No real opening game of the season, just 2 games at the same time to kick off La Liga. So we are the favorites for this game, which is interesting. Of course, we have a few injuries, so I would have liked to play Samper. Oh, you have selected 1 substitute outside of the match squad. That's not good. Then we're gonna get rid of Fabio. I made a mistake here. Probably still because of pre-season, where you're allowed to use more substitutes than in the league games. The teams are warming up. They are playing a similar formation, but with the midfielders, the central midfielders pushed higher up. So I hope we can exploit the space that they should leave behind them. We might have to drop our wingers, wingbacks or fullbacks a little bit more. The team talks, they're gonna be done by our assistant manager. No fans here, that's because I'm playing on a laptop, and with the low graphic settings, just the fans don't show up in the stadium. Let's have a look. Betis having a shot on target. Nothing from us so far offensively. Nothing. Okay, Vieira with a free kick comes in. David Garcia heading, but their keeper doesn't have a hard job getting that ball. Possession is a problem for us at the moment, but I'm not too worried about possession, to be honest. I'm not trying to play possession football here. The board told us to develop youth players here, but at the moment we don't have any. We have to wait for the youth intake in March next year. I think that's around when it happens. Okay, Remy now. Autovitolo tries to play a ball for Vincente, but doesn't get there. Bigas heads the ball to Tanat, to Vincente, Vieira, to Remy. Remy! Oh, he should have scored there. First clear-cut chance of the game. Remy was one-on-one with the keeper after a great pass from Vieira. Tana now. Ball doesn't come in. Joaquin. No, he doesn't get there. We had a clear-cut chance and couldn't convert it. That's no good. We have to be clinical. We are not gonna get that many chances in this league with our team. We are not the most creative side. Defensively, we are not the best. I'm actually gonna switch back those wingbacks. I'm gonna change them. Half time. We struggled for possession. Yes. Gonna change our wingbacks a little bit. Vitolo is having a terrible game. Maybe we can play him as a winger and support. Maybe he doesn't like being an inside forward on the right hand side because he's right footed, so maybe the winger role is gonna suit him more. Vincente. Oh, those kickoff highlights are just stupid. I don't understand why they're even a thing. I think we're playing on key highlights. Yes, we are. And every time we see a kickoff highlight, what for? 60 minutes over now already. Nothing happening anymore. We are having more shots, a lot more shots, but nothing fancy. Okay, Vitolo is having a bad game. I'm gonna bring in Olilovic for him as an inside forward. And what else can we do? We could bring on Momo, but no. Actually, I'm gonna take off Tana, bring on Rimi as the inside forward, switch the positions, and bring on Kayeri on the deep lying forward position. So Jonathan Vieira is gonna play our attacking midfielder role, and I hope he can do something. Vieira with a free kick. Oh, that was close. It was actually fairly close. Should I make another change here? David Garcia has a yellow card, he's been booked. Remy is not having a good game, so I'm gonna bring on Toledo. I'm thinking, I'm gonna tell Vincente to shoot less often. He's not the best when it comes to shooting. As well as Kayeri, he's pretty bad at finishing. Toledo, to be honest, he's also bad at shooting. So, don't shoot that often. Kickoff. Kayeri gets the ball to Alilovic, who plays back to Kayeri. Kayeri chasing the ball. Ball is coming on for Vincente. Oh, he heads it over the crossbar. Another clear chance for us. We are absolutely dominating them for chances and shots, but we just cannot convert them. Toledo now, the left wing, plays the ball to Hernan. Tries to find Kayeri, but cannot find him. Betis with the counter. No, Michel gets the ball. Vincente, Hernan to Vieira, Alilovic. Oh, a long ball. I'm not sure if we want to see those long balls there. Michel, Hernan. Ball is back in our control. Hernan to Vieira. Vieira. He tried to find Kayeri there. Betis now with the counter-attack. Solid defending from us here, I have to say. Vincente to Toledo to Kayeri. Can he do something? Yes, he can find Vieira. Vieira. Through on goal. Yes, he can score. Jonathan Vieira with the 1-0 lead. Our fourth clear-cut chance in the game. Our system seems to be working fairly well against Betis today. Vincente with a good ball to Toledo, who first touch to Kayeri, who plays a great through ball to Vieira, who just keeps dribbles around the keeper and plays it in. I'm really happy with this goal. I'm really happy. Another kickoff highlight. Please, we are playing on key highlights. We don't want to see kickoff. Oh, actually, yes, we want to see kickoff highlights if they are going to be a chance for us. Kayeri, no, he loses the ball. So it was just an ordinary kickoff highlight, I guess. Or not? No, please don't. What was Guardado for them doing here? He was shooting from there, but he was shooting at the fans behind the goal, or what was he aiming at? I'm not sure. Kayeri loses the ball. Vieira gets touch in to Alilovic. Kayeri again. Out to Alilovic. He can wait for Michel. No, he doesn't want to wait. Kayeri hits the post. Michel, Alilovic. Ball gets out of the play. Another big chance for us now. Hernan with a free kick to Kayeri. To Alilovic. Can you shoot? Toledo. Hernan. Toledo again. Did he get fouled there? No. Full-time whistle. Game's over. Back to the dressing room. Yes, I'm really happy with the way you played. But I think Vincente picked up an injury. Let's have a look. We are top of the table right now, with only 4 teams that played, and 2 of them played the draw. So of course we are. We scored the only game this season so far. Our B team also won. So Jonathan Vieira, man of the match. Vincente is injured. That's a big problem for us. That's a big problem. He's out for 10 to 13 days only. A few players make their debuts for us. Jonathan Vieira shines. You were superb in front of goal. Keep it up. So let me have a look at the schedule. We're gonna play Levante next, then Villarreal. Not sure which games to show you next. Maybe Villarreal. Could be an interesting game. One of the stronger teams in the division. I think yes, we're gonna play Villarreal, maybe Girona. And the not so not so distant future, we're gonna play Barcelona away, and then Real away, and then Valencia away. Ooh, and then Atletico. Those are gonna be hard games. But until then, we should be able to pick up a few more wins. I hope we can. If you enjoyed this episode, my first video here on YouTube, then leave a like here, subscribe to the channel, and I really hope you can provide some feedback. What can I improve on? Keep in mind that this is my first episode, so of course I'm gonna improve over time, get more natural at doing the videos, the commentary, and getting more used to speaking in English, which is not my native language, and I've actually never been to an English-speaking country in my life, so I don't have the biggest experience in speaking English. But yeah, I hope I'm gonna see you again. Until then, bye bye.